So winter camping can be a lot of fun unless you get really cold. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 pieces of gear that I personally use that I think will help you stay warm while winter camping. First, an important thing to know is it really cold outside or are you just cold? And the thing to help with that is as simple as a thermometer. It measures temperature in centigrade and Fahrenheit. You can switch it with that button. And as a bonus, it also shows you what the humidity is. There's a little smiley face on there as well. And with that, you will know how much condensation to expect in the morning. If it's around 90, then you know your tent will be wet for sure. So again, I think it's really important to know what the temperature actually is, because it's possible that your sleeping bag is fine, but you maybe spent too much time outside in the wind, got cold, and now you need to fix that. So to fix exactly that, we have the next gadget, which is an often underestimated power of the Nalgene bottle. The special thing about the Nalgene bottle is that they are heat resistant. This means you can pour hot water into it. Then the next thing you do is make sure it's really closed. You can put it inside of a dry bag, or if you have something like a sock, you can put it around that as well. And then you put the bottle inside of your sleeping bag, and that will generate heat and it will warm up your sleeping bag. I like to keep it around my feet and it will keep my feet warm throughout the whole night. One thing to remember is you will have to release the pressure every once in a while. So what you do is you just unscrew the lid a little bit, let some air out or in actually, and then you can seal it again. Personally, I'm very comfortable doing this. I've never had any leakages. However, if you are maybe not as comfortable, the next thing you could use are hand warmers. So they come as hand warmers or feet warmers, and this is just a little pack. When you open it, you take out the little pouch, and as it comes in contact with oxygen, it will start to heat up due to a chemical reaction. They say it will stay warm up to 8 hours. In my experience, it's more like around 4, then it starts to cool off. But this is a very, very good option, not only for sleeping, but you can also put them in your socks or in your gloves. They're very inexpensive and I would recommend to bring a bunch of them with you. Oh, and by the way, the Nalgene bottle also comes in a smaller version. This is 1 liter, this is half a liter, so you also have this option. Next up are insulated booties. These are from the North Face. There is some insulation in here. I'm not sure if it's down, probably not given the price. It's around 60 euros. These they call snow boots. You can walk outside with them, but I wouldn't do that in deep snow. These are great camp shoes that you can also just wear inside of your tent. I wouldn't wear them inside of your sleeping bag because this is just hard rubber. This won't be very comfortable. But the shoes themselves are very comfortable. If you're looking for something to use within your sleeping bag, there are different brands offering down socks that come without the rubberized sole. You can use those as well. These are really, really great. And I have a different pair of them that I just use at home. These ones, really comfortable in the winter. They keep my feet quite toasty. Next up is a sleeping bag liner. This one is from Sea to Summit. They are quite heavy, so not that great for backpacking, or at least not for longer trips. I believe this would be around 500 grams. Yeah, it's around 500 grams. So it's not extremely packable, but it's not too big either. It's the size of a larger pillow. So the material is really nice and stretchy. And this is essentially just one big sock that you use inside of your sleeping bag. There are no zippers. So the one thing that's a bit annoying about this model is it's very hard to see where's the front and where's the back. There's a hoodie here, but since it's just one color, imagine doing this in a small tent when you don't have too much light. It's a bit fiddly, but once you're in it, this really helps with increasing the temperature rating of your sleeping bag. So they say this one should increase the rating of your temperature bag by 15 degrees. I wouldn't go as far, but at least 5 degrees, and you really notice the difference. And in terms of comfort, like I said, this is quite stretchy and roomy, so a very nice thing to use. And on top of that, not to forget, this will help and keep your down sleeping bag cleaner for longer, because as you sweat, this will absorb most of that or some of that, and less will go into your sleeping bag. Okay, next up is a buff. This is, like I mentioned in some other videos as well, very, very versatile. You can use it around your neck. You can use it as a headband, you can use it as a hat. And this just allows you to be flexible and regulate your body temperature, regulate your heat to not overheat as well. And you can wear this as a hat when sleeping. They come in different variations. This is just a simple one. I also have one that has a nice polar liner and it's reversible. So this one is a bit warmer and a bit thicker. In upcoming videos, we'll be looking at some more gear to keep you warm in the winter. And we'll also be looking at some sleeping bags for the winter. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So these are my 6 pieces of gear to keep you warm in the winter. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite pieces of gear are, and I will see you in the next one.